everyone, it's Lisa Kramer with Sunny Side Up Yoga, here to offer you yoga from the comfort of your home. We are going to begin our practice in child's pose. Find your way to that first child's pose, which always feels oh so good. Letting the big toes come together, separating your knees wide, and letting your forehead touch down upon the mat. Extending arms long, just let your body sink into the earth below. Our theme today is celebration of July 4th. As we are recording this, we are just 3 days away from the July 4th holiday. Thought this would be a great time to unleash some of the limitations of your mind and take a little time to express gratefulness for the opportunity to live in a country where freedom is one of its core values. Take some time to express that gratitude. Become aware of your breathing. Moving to the Ujjayi Pranayama, that deep yogic breath in and out of your nose. Draw breath in through nose. Bring it down your slightly constricted throat to the base of your spine. Let it settle there before you unleash that breath, sending it up and out of your nose. Lips stay sealed as you breathe. Focus into the breath, hear the breath, and let the breath calm you. The human mind can only truly focus on one thought at a time, so let that thought be your breath. Any other thoughts melt away. Find a little bit of a side body stretch from our child's pose. Travel your hands across the top of your mat to the upper right corner. Place the left hand over the right. Feel a stretch along the left side of your body. Now, travel hands across your mat towards the upper left corner. Place the right hand on top of the left, feeling the stretch now along the right side body. Walking hands back to center, rising to your tabletop pose, all fours. Knees under hips, wrists under shoulders, fingers spread wide, back is flat. Really push into your palms, feel that flat back. Sometimes we sag here, really lift up so the back is flat. Bring gaze between your thumbs, moving our spine through extension and flexion. In breath, allow belly to drop as gaze comes forward. Exhale, round back, draw navel to spine. Rounding back for cat pose. Move between these two poses. No need to rush here. Sometimes I visualize that I'm moving through peanut butter or molasses. Flow through 3 more cycles. Returning back to a flat back. Spinal extension will be next. Reach the right leg long behind you, toes down. Now, floating your right leg the height of your hips. You don't need to lift it up high, just the height of your hip. Reach left arm forward, bicep along ear, palm shines to the right. Really lengthen
Breathe in. Exhale, draw elbow to knee. In breath, reach long. Exhale, elbow to knee. Twice more, reach long. Elbow to knee. One more round. Reach long. Set hand down. Touch the right toes down, roll to big toe side of right foot. Opening your heart space to the right, no rush. Right arm reaches up, think of your arms like hands on a clock. Reaching to 12 and 6. Option to keep right leg down on the earth, or again, lifting it to the height of your hip. Stretching that right arm forward, a big long line of energy. Bend the right knee. Float right hand back. Might come close to ankle or shin, maybe it touches. You can bring your heel towards your glute. Look for that right angle between your legs, gaze upward. Stay for 3, 2, 1, then slowly reverse. And there you are, back to tabletop. We'll take the other side. Extending the left leg long, lifting it to the height of your hip, toe shine down. Right arm extends this time. Keeping your neck in alignment so you're looking down towards your left thumb. Breathe in. Exhale, elbow meets knee. In breath, reach long. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Release hand down. This time we're opening to the left. Left toes come down, rolling to the big toe side. So you'll see the back side of my body here, drawing that left arm up. Arms reach tall. Floating left leg, the height of your hip, extending left arm. Reach. Bend the left knee. Hand comes back. Again, not necessary it touches, it might. Maybe heel comes to your glute. Stay and breathe, gazing upward. And then slowly work your way back. And there you are, back to your tabletop pose. Finding downward facing dog next. Travel hands about a handprint farther forward. Note fingers, they're spread wide. Curl toes under. Float knees and shins, engage core. Begin to straighten legs and hips up and back, allowing head to hang heavy between your arms. This is downward facing dog. Feel your forearms internally rotate. You should be able to float your pinkies. See if you can. Your upper arms externally rotate. They are rolling away from your shoulders. Gazing at a still spot towards the back of your mat. We call that our drishti, a focal point. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Let's find a little motion with our knees. Bend one knee, bend the other knee. This is called walking your dog. Nice. From here, we'll find plank pose. On an inhale, bend knees, wave forward. There's your plank. Flat back, no sagging belly. You want to avoid hips up. A nice flat back. Feel palms root into the earth. Exhale, hips up and back, down dog. We'll take that twice more. In breath, bend knees, wave forward. There's your strong plank. Exhale, hips up and back, down dog. One more cycle. Deep breath in. Exhale, walk feet forward toward hands. Coming to, we call this ragdoll. I'm going to face you. A forward fold. Start with arms dangling. Reach hands for opposite elbows, making a frame around your head.
From there, you can nod your head, yes, no, and allow the upper body to sway.
Left and right. Imagine you are hanging over a clothesline, spilling out all the excess. A breath more. Release hands down to the earth. Walk your feet together until your big toes touch. Feet root. Begin to rise.
Arms reach out and up. Tadasana. On an exhale, lower your thumb knuckles, let them rest along breastbone. Close eyes. We call this pose Samastitihi, standing at attention. Just let your body be still. Take a moment to speak to your soul within. Set an intention or a dedication for practice. Nothing comes to mind. This is another opportunity for that expression of gratitude, for the freedom, the independence we have. We'll let that freedom ring as we move through our poses today. We'll stay for 3 cycles of breath here. Open your eyes. Release arms alongside body with your palms shining forward. Standing with a neutral spine, lift your shoulders up, bring them back and down. In breath, arms reach out and up, Tadasana. Exhale, lead with front body, fold forward. In breath, lift halfway, back is flat. Plant palms on an exhale, step back to your plank. Wave forward so wrists are over shoulders, hugging upper arms in as you lower all the way down. Untuck your toes here. Come up to your fingertips, I call that spider fingers, and walk your fingers as wide as your mat. So they're as wide as your mat. We're gonna warm up our back body with some gentle cobras. Pushing into the spider fingers, lift your heart space. For baby cobra, exhale, lower back down. In breath, lift. Exhale, lower. One more time. Lower back down. Hands come under shoulders, curl toes under. Rise to plank, or you can come to all fours. On an exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Our sun salutations are next. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. One more breath. Exhale, travel feet forward between your hands. In breath, half lift, back is flat, hands are on your shins. Exhale, fold. In breath, rise up to standing mountain pose. Exhale, lead with front body, fold forward. In breath, half lift, flat back. Plant palms, step on back to your plank. Lots of options here. You can go right to down dog. You can lower halfway down or all the way down. You can open to a cobra, or you can come to tall arms, floating your knees and your shins for an upward facing dog. Curl toes under, exhale, hips up and back, down dog. We'll flow through 3 more rounds of sun salutations. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, travel feet forward. In breath, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. In breath, rise to mountain Tadasana. Exhale, fold. In breath, half lift. Plant palms, step on back, high to low.
In breath, open up your front body. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Exhale, travel feet forward. In breath, half lift. Exhale, fold. In breath, rise, mountain pose. Exhale, fold forward. In breath, half lift. Plant palms, step on back. High to low plank. In breath, open up front body. Exhale, down dog. Breathe in. Exhale, travel feet forward. In breath, half lift. Exhale, fold. In breath, rise up to standing mountain pose. Exhale, fold forward. In breath, half lift. Exhale, fold, step on back, high to low plank. In breath, shine hard forward. Exhale, down dog. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. One more breath. Exhale, travel both feet forward, between hands. In breath, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend at knees, hips go back, rise, chair pose. Seeing chair from my side view, knees are over ankles, sitting back on an imaginary stool. Going to turn and face you. Arms can extend long, they can open wide, they can draw to heart center. Try floating your toes, keeping the weight on the heels of your feet. Strong and steady, breathe through. One more breath in. Exhale, fold forward. In breath, lift halfway, nice flat back. Exhale, plant palms, step back. High to low plank. In breath, heart shines forward. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. First time through, bend at knee, turn stack hip, looking under your right armpit. Little circular movement at the hip. Moving the ball in the socket. Close hip, leg stays lifted, breathe in. Exhale, draw knee forward, step foot between your hands. Warrior one is next. Left toes turn towards the upper left corner of your space. Feet root, rise up. Warrior one. Front knee over ankle. Arms reach up. Draw your shoulders back. Think of drawing the left shoulder a little farther forward, the right shoulder back, so you're square, your chest is square to the front. Stay for a breath in. Warrior two is next. Turning back toes to left side of your space, finding warrior two. Arms make a straight line, gazing over right middle finger. Front knee over ankle. You can inch that front foot a little farther forward, getting deeper into the posture. Five-pointed star is next. Star pose. Pivoting on front foot, turning to the left side of your space. There you see the back side of my star. Tip it back. Heart shines. Rise to a tall spine. Warrior two to the back is next. Turning left toes towards the top of the mat, which is now the back. Arms reach long, you're back to warrior two. Turn the front palm up. Inhale, lay it back, reverse. Right hand can dust back leg, or you can bind if you like that option. On an exhale, windmill hands all the way down. Roll to the bow mount of right foot, step the left leg back, there's your plank. Now, lower chaturanga. In breath, up dog or cobra, exhale, down dog. Same side, right leg. We'll skip the hip opener. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, draw a knee forward. Step foot between your hands. Warrior one is next. Rise, there's warrior one. Heart shines forward. Warrior two, exhale, transition. There's your strong, mighty warrior two, gazing over right middle finger. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Open wide, take a big back bend. Exhale, warrior two. We're back to the front of our space, gazing over left middle finger. Turn the front palm up, lay it back, reverse. Big stretch for the left side body. Exhale, windmill hands down. Step left foot back to meet right, high to low plank. In breath, up dog or cobra, exhale, down dog. Moving that same sequence, this time the left leg leads. Inhale, left leg lifts. First time, bend at knee, turn, stack, looking under left armpit. Circular motion. Close the hip, leg stays lifted, breathe in. Exhale, draw a knee forward, step foot between hands. Warrior one, right toes are shining to upper right corner, root and rise. There's your warrior one. Allow your shoulders to relax, not hiking them up, but relax down your back. Front knee over ankle. Breathe in. Warrior two is next. Exhale, open warrior two. 5-pointed star on your in breath. There's your star pose. Tip it back, feel the heart space open. Rise to your star. Warrior two to the back of your mat. Right toes are now in front. Arms reach long. Front knee over ankle. Turn the front palm up. Reverse. Big stretch. Exhale, windmill hands on down. Right foot steps back, high to low plank. In breath, open front body. Exhale, down dog. Left leg, inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, draw knee forward, step forward. In breath, rise, warrior one. Exhale, open warrior two. Inhale, 5-pointed star, let the heart shine. Exhale, warrior two to the opposite end of your mat. Turn the front palm up, inhale, lay it back, reverse. Exhale, windmill hands on down. Step that front leg back, high to low plank. In breath, front body shines. Exhale, down dog. This down dog, you can stay, or if you want to take a child's pose here, perhaps you take a drink. We'll be here for about 3 cycles of breath. So hopefully the fireworks are starting to go off within as you're celebrating your freedom, your independence, just letting your heart shine. Be here for a full round of breath more. And we'll come back to our downward facing dog. Our next sequence has a little bit of balance, and so we'll move there next. From down dog, inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, draw right knee forward, top above the right elbow, hold, keeping your wrists above ankles. In breath, leg lifts. Exhale, right knee above the left elbow, hold. In breath, lift. This time, knee towards nose, lifted a little higher. Step foot between hands. Warrior one, rise up, there's warrior one. Heart shines forward. Eagle arms are next. Wrap the right arm under the left, finding your eagle arms. This isn't at all bothersome for your shoulders. You could make an X, reaching your hands to opposite shoulders. So here or here. On an inhale, tip it back. Open. Crown of head shines behind you. Humble warrior is next. Bowing, Along that right inner thigh, crown of head faces earth, bowing to you. Rise back up to warrior one with the eagle arms. Keeping the eagle arms. Warrior three with eagle arms is next. Weight comes forward to right foot. Left leg lifts. It can lift the height of your hip. Maybe not that high. Keep the left hip dialed down. Airplane is next. Unwrap your arms like two wings. Soar, fly. Stay for a cycle of breath. On an exhale, step left foot to meet the right, fold forward. In breath, come all the way up to standing Tadasana. Exhale, fold, plant palms, step on back. High to low plank. In breath, heart shines. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left knee above the left elbow, keeping the wrists directly under the shoulders. In breath, left leg lifts. Exhale, left knee above the right elbow. In breath, lift. Exhale, knee to nose. Step foot between hands, warrior one, root to rise. Coming up, there's your warrior one. Heart chains forward. Breathe in. Airplane arms are next. This time the left arm comes under the right. Maybe the backs of your hands touch. Maybe the palms. Again, you have that X option. You do want your elbows lifted up off of your chest. On an inhale, tip it back, open. Exhale, humble warrior. Lift back up, keeping the eagle arms to warrior one. Warrior three with the eagle arms is next. Weight forward, floating that right leg up off the earth. Keeping your right hip dialed down, left leg is straight. Find your steady. Then unwrapping the arms for your wings, airplane pose. Fly. A breath more. On an exhale, set right foot down to meet the left, fold forward. In breath, rise all the way up. There's Tadasana. Exhale, fold, plant palms, step on back. High to low plank. In breath, heart shines. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, draw knee forward, step foot behind right wrist. Left hand stays planted as we reach the right arm up, a low open twist. A big backward circle, moving your shoulder through its range of motion. Breathe in. Exhale, release hand down. Feet hip width. Rise to high crescent lunge. Always the option to bring the back knee down. It's placed down on the earth. Or the back leg straight and strong. So you want to avoid a bent wobbly knee, either straight and strong, or put the knee down. Breathe in. On an exhale, a high open twist to the right. Gazing right, hip stay square. Tip it back, exalt your warrior, right hand to the left hamstring, left arm arcs up over your head. Coming back to high crescent. Namaste hands. Keeping biceps along ears, scrape your fingertips along the ceiling above as you tip it back. Back to a tall spine. Warrior two is next. Turning left toes toward the left side of our space. Arms reach down. We're going to be separating feet a little wider. Turn the front palm up, lay it back, reverse. Exhale, extend side angle. Left arm reaches at an angle, maybe right arm floats as well. We'll flow that. Inhale, lay it back, reverse. Exhale, extend side angle. One more time, lay it back, reverse. Exhale, windmill hands down. Step right foot back. Always the option to keep one leg lifted for chaturanga. If you like that choice. And finding your way back to down dog. Moving that on the other side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, draw knee forward, step foot behind left wrist. Keep the right hand planted. Draw left arm straight to the sky. Shoulder over shoulder. One big backward circle. Breathe in. Exhale, left hand comes down. Feet hip width. Rise to high crescent lunge. Option to drop that back knee. Strong and steady, feet wide as if they were on railroad tracks. As you exhale, a high open twist to the left. Tip it back. Opening your front landscape. And finding your way back to high crescent lunge. Palms come together. Tip it back. Lay it back. Keeping biceps along ears. Rise to your tall spine. Warrior two is next. On an exhale, right toe shine to right side of space. Finding your way back to warrior two. Knee over ankle. And that is making a huge squeaky noise. That's not distracting you. Turn the front palm up. Inhale, lay it back, reverse. Exhale, extend side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. One more time, reverse. Exhale, windmill hands all the way down. Step left foot back, lower chaturanga. In breath, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more breath. Exhale, travel feet forward between your hands. In breath, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. In breath, rise up to standing Tadasana. Lowering your hands to heart center. Feel feet root into earth below. Nice tall spine. Our chair series will be next. Imagine a stool behind you. Bend your knees, sit back as you're coming too close to the wall, as you're coming to a chair behind you. Weight stays on your heels. Reach your arms back like wings, palms down. Drinking bird is next. Transferring weight to the full mounts of your feet. Pick heels up as you look forward. And sitting back, coming to high chair. We'll flow that. Exhale, drinking bird. Inhale, high chair. One more time, drinking bird. Setting heels back, there's high chair. Lower hands to heart center. Hinge forward slightly. Turn from navel up to the right side. And that amazing twist. You can open arms, earth to sky. You can bind. Feel a churning happening within. Stay and breathe. One more round. Exhale, fold forward. Separate feet about hip width. Wrap your peace fingers around your big toes. Let the crown of head fall. In breath, look forward towards the top of your mat. Exhale, letting that crown fall. Elbows are shining to the right and left sides. Working out all that you've loosened thus far in your practice. Release fingers from toes, walk your feet back together, rise up to standing Tadasana.
As you exhale, bend at the knees, hips go back. There's your chair. This time, we'll move to power chair. Breathe in. Exhale, hinge forward, crown of head, fingers shining forward, biceps along ears. In breath, lift to high chair. Exhale, power chair. Inhale, high chair. Exhale, power chair. One more, high chair. And drawing hands to heart center. Hinge forward slightly. Imagine your spine, a nice long line, turning from low ribs up to the left. Again, you choose the arm option that serves you on this side. Back is flat. You could pick your water bottle up and set it there on your low back. Stay for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, fold forward. Separate feet to about hip width. Slide the palms of your hand under each foot. Crown of head falls. Wiggling your toes, massaging your wrists. Slide hands out, heel toe feet back together. Rise up to standing Tadasana. Exhale, fold forward. In breath, half lift. Exhale, plant palms, step on back, high to low plank, or you can skip this chaturanga, go from plank to down dog. We have one more standing sequence, our triangle sequence. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, draw knee forward, step foot between your hands. Warrior 1 is next, rising to warrior 1. We've been here previously. Exhale, open warrior 2. In breath, straighten front leg, reach right fingers forward. Feel how this left hip is moving back. Lower the right hand down, somewhere below the knee. Arms stack. Floating right arm. Perhaps left arm floats as if you're holding a big beach ball. Stay and breathe. Reverse triangle. Reach up and back, keeping the front leg straight. Putting a bend into the front knee. Windmill hands down to either side of right foot. Step the left foot halfway up your mat with toes shining to upper left corner. So it's a shortened warrior 1. Rising to that shortened warrior 1. Straighten front leg. Release hands to your hips. Pyramid pose is next. Hinge forward with a flat back, looking at right toes. Release right hands down somewhere. They can be below your knee, closer to your ankle. They can come to the earth. They didn't mention anything about a block, but a block is a handy prop to have with you for every practice. So here I am demoing hands on the block. Stay and breathe. One more option, and that's revolving triangle. Left hand would come down on the earth or the block. Right arm reaches to the sky. There's your revolving triangle. Shining your heart space to the right. Stay and breathe for 3, 2, 1. Release right hand down. Put a bend into the right knee. Step the left foot to meet the right, fold forward. In breath, find your way up to standing Tadasana. Exhale, fold, plant palms, step on back. Anytime you can skip the whole chaturanga and go back to down dog, which I just demoed. Moving this sequence on the other side. In breath, left leg lifts. Exhale, draw knee forward, foot between hands, rising to warrior 1. Exhale, transitioning to warrior 2. Preparing for triangle or trikonasana. Straighten the front leg, Left arm reaches as right hip goes back. And lowering left hand down, arm stack. This is another opportunity for a block. If you like to rest hand on a block and then reach arms, which I'm demoing. Note the triangle between my left arm, left side body, and left thigh. And floating arms again. It's your little more core work. Reverse triangle is next as you keep the front leg straight. Working our way to pyramid pose. Put a bend in the front knee, windmill hands to either side of front foot. Step that front foot closer to the center with toes shining to upper right corner. So we're coming up to our shortened warrior one. Hands come to hips, straighten the front leg, which is now your left. Lead with heart space, flat back. Release hands all the way down. There's your pyramid. Now again, you can choose if you want hands on a block, and block has 3 different heights. Revolving. Triangle, right hand down. It can be the big toe side of the front foot or the pinky toe side. As you draw the left arm up to the sky, shining your heart space now to the left. And release. Left hand comes down. If you had a block, move the block, bending the left knee, step the right foot up to meet the left fold forward. We'll find Malasana pose next. Just separate your feet a little wider than hip width, shining toes out to the corners, and sink right down, bringing your triceps along inner thighs. You can always use a block. You can sit up on the block. That feels more comfortable. You might be up here. Just coming into the degree that works for you. Maybe your heels are lifted. Envision your triceps just opening your inner thighs a little more. Release your right hand so it's down on the mat below your face. Pushing the right tricep into the right thigh. Reach the left arm up, open. Now you can bind, bring this arm behind your back. And then some will like to take the double bind where the front arm reaches around and hands grasp behind your back. You can also use a strap here. You do not need to go here. You go wherever it works for you. It's the beauty of yoga. A breath more. Release, coming back to the namaste hands. We'll take this on the other side, left hand plants. And then opposite arm reaches. And again, you choose to what degree you like to open on this side. Coming back to center. Keeping the feet planted, nice tall spine. So rather than hinging forward, sit up tall. Begin to rise. All the way up to standing. Heel toe feet together until your big toes touch. One balance pose before we take it down. Wanted to use the symbol of the eagle for freedom. So eagle pose is next. Bending knees, hips go back, arms extend forward. Wrap the right arm under the left as you eagle up your arms. Right leg comes up over the left. It can dangle. It can plant down. It can touch on the earth like a kickstand, or you can wrap it behind that opposite eagle. Keep the elbows lifted. This is eagle pose. Strong and steady. Stay and breathe. Nice. Unwrap leg. Unwrap arms. Stretch up tall. Take a back bend. Tall spine. Bend knees, hips go back, arms extend. Left arm under right, eagling the arms, elbows are lifted. Now the legs. The left leg comes up over the right. taking the degree that meets your needs in this moment. Nice. Unwrap legs, unwrap arms, fly, Tadasana. Exhale, lead with front body, fold forward. Plant your palms, step one leg long, then the other, there's your plank. Forearm plank is next, come down to one forearm, then the other. Back is flat, again, you want to avoid the sagging or the lifted hips. Stay and breathe. Tall arm plank is next, plant one hand, then the other, there's your tall arm plank. Move forward an inch or two, lowering slowly. All the way down. Once you're down, you can turn your head to one side, reach your arms alongside your body. You can decide if palms are up or down. And just let your body surrender here. Breathe. Eyes can be open or closed. Turn your gaze the opposite direction. Gazing back to the center, we'll find a few back bends. Sphinx will be first. Forearms, plant, elbows under shoulders. You can see that palms are down, your arms are almost like an 11. It's a very gentle back bend. It's gazing forward. If you want to come a little deeper, you could move to seal. Hands walk about a handprint farther forward and arms straighten. You'll feel that a little deeper in the back. If it's not for you, come back to Sphinx. Stay for 3, 2, 1. Lower back down. Arms alongside body, looking at the mat below. Palms are down. Separate feet hip width, curled toes under. Locust is next. It's a little deeper back bend. On an in-breath, float chest and arms. Exhale, float quads. Your knees, your quads are off of the earth. Only the pelvic area is on your mat. Stay and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way down. Turn your gaze to one side. Rest. Gaze back to center. Zipper legs together, bend at your knees. On an in-breath, lift your chest and arms. This is called parachute. Your arms are floating long behind you. If reaching hands to ankles or tops of feet is accessible, you might go there. That's bow. So here or here. Whatever works for your back. If this is too much for your back, you can lower all the way down to your locust or back to Sphinx. Wherever you are, stay for 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way back down. Windshield wiper knees, left, right a few times. Child's pose is next. Sliding back to child's pose. Letting forehead rest down on your mat. Same pose in which we began our practice. Hearing the breath. Keeping the mind still. Loving the freedom that we found within. One more cycle out breath here. From your child's pose, rise to all fours, your tabletop. Transitioning to our last downward facing dog. Hands come slightly forward, curling the toes under, sending hips up and back. There's your down dog, head hangs heavy. Breathe in. Exhale, walk feet forward and through, come to a seated pose. A little boat ride is a fun activity for July 4th, so let's take a little boat ride on our mat. I'm sitting up nice and tall, avoiding rounding my back. Bringing my hands to my hamstrings for support, then picking my feet up off the earth. This is both. This is the first option. You can stay right here. You should feel this in your core. Or lengthen legs to the degree that works for you. Hands can stay on hamstrings or you can reach them forward. There you are in your boat. It's a sunny day, gazing forward. Stay for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now half boat, almost like a kayak on the water. Feet and head are floating, palms are up for 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up to boat. Just 2, 1. Half boat, kayak for 2, 1. Now lift and lower, lift and lower. 2 more. We've got this. Lift and lower. Last one, lift and lower all the way down. Take a big stretch here. Reach your arms up over your head, your legs long, a nice stretch. From here, draw knees into your chest, give them a nice hug. Roll the length of your spine, come up to a seated pose. I'm going to face you. We'll open our hips with what we call a seated half pigeon. Picking the right foot up, bringing the ankle above the left knee. Hands come along either side of your body, of your hips. Actually, I think maybe I should go sideways so you can see this better. Now your front foot, I'm actually going to switch. So this is right. Your front foot, which is your left. If you want more intensity, bring the foot in closer to your body. If you want less intensity, bring it further away. So that's your hip opener. Some people like to fall back on their backs and take this on your back. You could do that. You could draw the knee in closer. There is an option for what we call double pigeon, where you would walk that left foot across the mat, lower the left shin, stack the right shin over the left, like you're stacking 2 logs. This is where you need to see me. So one leg is stacked over the other. There might be a space between the knee and the ankle. You could put a block or a towel there, and you'll feel a little deeper stretch. You can stay on a tall spine, or you can hinge forward to your degree. Maybe your forehead comes down or it could rest on your block. And hip opening is always about patience. Just practicing patience as you settle. Let the hip open and settle. I like to close my eyes. Just breathe. Hearing the sound of your breath, feeling the cooling sensation happening within. For clarity. Sometimes we have to let everything settle so we can find that clarity. We'll stay and breathe through 3 cycles more. If you have hinge forward, come back to a tall spine. And we uncross your top right foot, put it down on your mat, separate your feet wide. And I need to give you this view. So they're as wide as your mat. And windshield wiper the knees, left and right a few times. Then we move the whole thing on the other side. So walking feet back in so they're about hip width. And now the left ankle comes up over the right knee. So your knee is shining to the left side of your space. Again, you can float down on your back. You can stay seated. You can walk that front foot closer in or farther away. Or moving the right foot across your mat, stacking your legs like 2 fire logs. It's actually called fire log pose.
sitting with a tall spine or hinging forward. Notice when I hinge forward, notice my back. My back stays long versus this rounding. I'm not trying to round. I want to keep the spine long. That's one of the beauties of yoga. So we lengthen that spine so we can stay long and tall and proud. It's not necessary to hinge forward if you want to stay tall. That works too, but do close your eyes and just be in touch with you, what you are telling you, listen to your soul. I think if we're quiet, we can really hear what our body is trying to tell us. I'm gonna stop talking so you can just have a little quiet time with you. Three cycles of breath more. And coming up to a tall spine. Uncross the legs, placing them again wide on your mat. This time drop both knees inward. And let them fall outward. Extend your legs long in front of you. Flex your toes so they face towards your face. Extend your arms out and up. We'll take a seated forward fold. Again, that spine stays long as you hinge forward. I like to say, think of nose towards toes rather than nose towards knees, because you'll round your back if I say towards knees. And if this is tight on your hamstrings, just put a little bend into your knees. Enjoy that forward fold. Rising back up to a tall spine. Plant the soles of your feet on the mat. Reach your arms long. Slowly lower down to your back. You'll get to that point where it feels like you want to lift your feet. See if you can keep them connected. Feels good in the core. Once you are all the way down, take a big stretch. Extend your arms up overhead, legs long. We'll move to an inversion. Draw knees into your chest, then lengthen legs up towards the sky. If you like support, you could take your block, put that under your hips, draw your legs up. Or you can come to a shoulder stand. I think I have to turn the other way or I'm going to bash into the wall if I show you the shoulder stand. But the shoulder stand is bringing the legs up and over, supporting your low back and then drawing your legs up. So you find what feels best for you. If you like a headstand here, if that's something you practice, you could take that. So enjoy the time upside down. Ability to see things within that you might never see when we're right side up. Slowly come out of our inversion. So if your legs are up over your head, let your forearms come down and slow with control. Set the vertebra back down. So we're all in that L shape. If you had a block, take the block out. Let your feet come down, soles of feet come together, knees out wide. For butterfly pose, one hand can rest on your heart space, one on your solar plexus. Arms could reach up over your head. Could be a namaste at your heart. Parasympathetic nervous system is activated here, just telling body to settle. from here, bring your hands outside of your knees, draw your knees together. We'll find a final spinal twist, arms come out like wings. Cross your right leg up over your left. Roll to the left, gaze to the right. This is pinching on your low back, uncross the legs, just draw the knees one next to the other. Roll back towards center. Uncross that top leg. Now we switch left over right. Rolling to the right, gazing to the left, or just bringing knees together. Experiencing that final twist. Rolling back towards center, unwrap top knee. Draw knees into your chest, give them a big hug, a tight squeeze, lift your upper body like you're rolling up like a little ball. Shavasana awaits, your final resting posture. Feels oh so good. Spread out long on your mat, arms alongside body. Turn your palms up, allowing your body to receive anything the universe might be trying to send your way. Close your eyes. Just let your body melt. It's time to let go of that deep yogic breath. Just let your natural breath take over. Sometimes I like to use a mantra, a simple phrase that I repeat over and over to keep my mind still. That might be on your in-breath, I am, as you exhale, free. Just enjoy this free time to float and be. I will call you back when it is time. It is time to slowly bring your awareness back. Wiggle toes and fingers. Rotate at wrists and ankles. Find a big stretch, reach your arms overhead, your legs long. And draw knees into your chest. Roll to your right side. Right bicep is your pillow. Robert Frost said, freedom lives in being bold. Enjoy your Independence Day. Rise on your next in-breath, coming to your seated pose, Sukhasana, all fours. Join hands together at heart center. Let us close our practice with a final breath. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. And together, we bow forward. Namaste. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We had a special guest at the end. This is my girl, Sophie. Do you want to look at all our yoga friends? Can you turn and look at everyone? I guess not. So enjoy your day, everyone. So this is Lisa Kramer signing off. Thank you. Bye.